So first here, number here is you need to find out the square root of 729. That is what you need to find out. Okay. Now, in order to find out the square root of 729, okay, you will draw this kind of a table first. Just as you draw in case if your division of one number by another, you will draw this kind of a table here. Okay. One vertical line, one horizontal line. And you are going to write 729. Right? Now, once you have written 729, you will start.
What is
You okay, fine. Now, once you have written 729, you will start grouping numbers from the right hand side. That is from 9. You see, you'll group them in pairs. So 2, 9 is one pair. And remember, you will start grouping from this side only. That is from the right hand side. Okay. Listen to this very carefully. This is very important. You will start grouping numbers from the right hand. Okay. From the right hand side. So 2, 9 is one pair. The other pair, you don't have a pair here. So what you'll do is you'll insert a 0. Okay. And you'll make it a pair. Okay. So you have two pairs here. Fine. Now, once we have paired the numbers, now our first step is to look at the first pair. The first pair here is 7. So which is the square number that is closest to 7? So you have 1 into 1, okay, which is less than 7,
2?
fine. Yes. You have 2 into 2, which is 4, which is close to 7. You have 3 into 3, which is also close to 7, but 3 into 3 is equal to 9 is greater than 7, right? So therefore you will choose a square number that is just less than 7. So 2 into 2 is equal to 4. We will not choose 3 into 3 equal to 9 because 9 is greater than 7. Okay. So 2 into 2 will give us 4. So we write a 4 here. And now we subtract. 7 minus 4 will give us a 3. Right. Now what you do is you look at this number here, 2. What is the double of this number? Double of this number is 2, 4. Right. So we write a
4.
4 here. Okay. So now you have a 3 here and you have a 4 here. Now this is very important step. Now once you have here 3, what you do is you bring down this 29 in a pair here. Not a single digit, but you will bring down in pairs. When you are doing division method, square root by division method, you will bring down in pairs. In normal numbers, what you do? You bring down single digit at a time, right? But here, you will bring down in pairs. So 29, I bring down in a pair. Okay. Okay. Now you see, here I have 329 and here I have a 4. So what I will do is I will try to insert a digit here. Okay, what digit? It can be a 0, it can be a 1, it can be a 2, it can be any digit between 0 and 9. Okay, such that whatever digit I introduce here, that is, suppose if I am putting here, say 40, suppose I am putting here 2. Suppose if I am putting here 2, so I get 42. What I'll do is, since I'm putting a 2 here, I will multiply 42 with 2.
Is being off.
Tell me. Tell me what is the problem?
No, sir. In between, your camera was being switched off.
Okay, so you have, again I repeat, suppose we are putting a digit 2 here, right? Then this number becomes 42. What I'll do is I'll multiply 42 with the digit that I have put here, 2, right? So I'll get 84, right? This is what we are going to do in the next step. But we are not going to choose any digit we want, right? What we are going to do here is we are going to choose such a digit that after I put the digit here, the number that I obtain here, suppose I am putting 1, then 41 into 1, if I multiply, I get 41. This number, whatever number I get, is very close to 329. But 41 is not very close to 329, right?
Okay.
So that is why we'll put some other digit. What are the other digit we'll put? There is a very nice way of approximating, but there's a very nice way of getting an idea. See, I have 329 here, right? 329 is very close to what? 329 is very close to 330, isn't it? So write 330 divided by. Now, even if I put a 0 here, right, it will become 40. So divide this by 40. How much do you get? The quotient here is, you'll get 8 point something, isn't it? The quotient here is 8. That means we'll try to put a digit that is close to 8 here. So what I do is I put 8 here, and let's try with 8. So if I'm putting 8 here, then I have to multiply with 8, right? So what will I get if I multiply by it? I'll get 384, which is greater than 329, isn't it? That means 384 will not work. That means I have to take a digit that is less than 8. So let us try with 7. So what I do is I put a 7 here, right? And I multiply 47 with 7. So I get 329. So I'm getting exact 329 with 7. So I insert 7 here. And what I do is, since I've inserted a digit 7 here, I write 7 in between 2 and 9. And here I get 329. So therefore my answer is square root of 729 is
It's
equal
27,
to
sir.
what?
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, I am saying that we will choose number in between 0 to 9. No.
Yes, any number between 0 and 9. In fact, any number between 0 and 10. Okay, single digit, only a single digit. So we have chosen this as 7 here. Okay, so we're getting, since we have chosen 7, we put a 7 here. And once you multiply 47 and 7, we are getting 329. So that means square root of 729 is equal to 27. Normally we put a plus or minus sign when we are writing square root. Understood? Why we put a plus or minus sign? Because see, 27 square is equal to 729, isn't it? Also, minus 27 square is also equal to 729, right? So therefore, square root of 729 will be equal to either plus 27 or minus 27. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll do another example if you have not understood. Yeah, it will make things a little more clearer. Okay. Let us look at the next number. You need to find out the square root of 7,396. Okay. So draw your vertical lines. So you have 7, 3, 9, 6. From the right hand side, start pairing. This is one pair. This is another pair, right? So now look at the first pair. First pair is 73. Which square number is closest to 73? 8 into 8 is 64, right? 9 into 9 is 81, which is greater than 73. So we'll choose 8 into 8. 64. We'll subtract now to get 9 here, right? And what is the next step? We'll double this 8 to get 16 here. This 8 we are doubling, okay, to get 16 here. Now we want to introduce a digit here. What can be the digit? Also, we bring down this 96 in pair. Okay, now we want to introduce a digit here. So what digit should we introduce? Let us try. See, 996 is very close to how much? 1000, isn't it? And 16, whatever digit I introduce, this will be, suppose if I introduce a 0. So you divide this by 160, right? So I don't know. I'm only put in my mind only, mentally only, I'm putting a 0 to get an idea what digit I should put. Okay. So once I put a 0, once I divide 1000 by 160, how much will I get? 25, and you have a 4. So what is the quotient here? 4 into 6 point something, right? So the quotient here is 6. So that means we have to put a digit that is close to 6. Either you have to put 6, or you can put 5, or you can put 7. Okay. So let's try which one. Let's try with 6 first. So if I'm putting a 6 here, that means 166, I need to multiply by 6, right? So 166, if I multiply by 6, I will get 996. So exact 996 I'm getting with 6. So that works. So I put a 6 here, and I put a 6 here in between. This is 996. So therefore, this is my required square. Therefore, what is the square root of 7396? It is 86. And of course, we put a plus or minus sign. Is this
Sir,
clear
why
to
plus or
everyone?
minus?
How?
Why we will give the a plus or minus?
Just as I told you, because 86 square is how much? 7396, right?
Yeah.
Also, minus 86 square is also equal to 7396, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, when you are taking the square root, you can either take plus or minus of 86. Now is it clear?
Sir, we have to write the plus or minus.
Yes?
We have to write the plus or minus.
Yes, yes. I have given a note at the end here. If you see,
Yes, sir.
I have given a note here at the end. Okay, read this note. Okay, you have to write a plus or minus sign when you are taking a square root.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Let us see another number. This time a little big number. This is third one. Square root of 59049. This is what you have to find out. So write the number here, 59049. And now start pairing from the right hand side. This is one pair. This is another pair. But 5 does not form a pair, so you give a 0 and pair it. Okay. So now 5. You look at the first pair, 5. 4 is a square number. 2 into 2 is 4, which is very close to 5. So you put it 2 into 2. Write 2 in between 0 and 5 to get 4. Now you get a 1 here. If you subtract. Now you bring down this pair and make 1 into 190. Okay. 1 you converted to 190 by bringing this pair. Now look at this number here, 2. You double this number. How much will you get? 4. Now we need to insert a digit here. What digit are we going to insert? See, 190 is very close to 200. And 4, we can introduce a 0 and check how much we have to introduce here. So 0 I am putting in my mind. So how much is it? It will cancel 5 times. So that means I may have to insert 5 here, or a 4 here, or a 6 here. That we'll see what we have to insert. Okay, let us try with 5 first. So suppose if I insert a 5 here, how much this will be? 45 into 5 will be 225. But 225 is greater than 190. That means this will not work. That means we need to try a number that is a digit that is greater than 5. So that is why 5 is rejected. We will not put 5. That means we'll put a number that is less than 5. Why less than 5? So that we get a number that is less than 190. So we'll try with 4. So let's put a 4 here. And let's try with 44 into 4. So we're getting 176, which is less than 190. So this is okay. So once we have given 4 here, we'll write a 4 on top here also. And we'll write this as 176. Subtract. You get 4. And you get 14 here. 190 minus 176 is 14. Now once we get 14, again we are going to bring down another pair, 49. Okay, so this pair we bring down. Okay. Next. So once we bring down this pair, again we are going to repeat the same thing that we do. Now see here, this number becomes how much? This number becomes 24. What is the double of 24? It is 48. So we write 48 here. Now we need to introduce a digit here. Okay. Let's write it in pair. This is 24. So let's write it 24. 2 and 4. Okay. So now we need to introduce a digit here. What digit we'll introduce? See, 1449 is very close to which number? 1500, right? And we try to introduce a 0 here and check what we'll get. 480. Now 480 we cannot divide. So what you do is 480 is very close to which number? 500, right? So divided by 500. So how much do we get? 3, isn't it? So 3 should be either you have to multiply by 2 or by 3 or by 4. That is the idea. Okay, so what you do is, let us try out 3 first. Let us put a 3 here. So 483 into 3 will give you how much? 1449. So exactly with 3 you are getting. So we'll keep 3 here. We keep our 3 here and we write a 3 here. Get 1449. Yes. All these workings need to be done in your rough column.
Sir, your voice is cracking.
Okay. Now you can hear me clearly. Can you hear me clearly now?
Sir, your voice is cracking, sir.
Still cracking.
Sir, can't hear you.
Yes, sir, your voice is cracking a lot.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So remember, all this working that I have done here needs to be done in rough. Okay. All this needs to be done in rough. Fine. So now once we have got the square root here, we'll write therefore square root 59049 is equal to, what is the square root that we have got here? We have got 243 here. We write is equal to 243, and of course we'll introduce a plus or minus sign. Clear?
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, I have a doubt.
Tell me.
Sir, from where you get that 48?
48.
Yes, sir.
See, at this step when 3 was not here, this number 24 was here, right? What is the double of 24? 48.
48.
That's it.
Sir, now I understood.
We'll do the next one. This fourth one is square root of 298116. How to find out the square root of this? Same thing here we do. We draw the table. We have 298116. Okay. Now start pairing. This is one pair, another pair, another pair. So you've got 3 pairs. Look at the first pair, 29. Which square number is very close to 29? 25, right? 5 into 5. So 5 into 5 is 25. Subtract, you get 4. And now double this 5 to get a 10 here, right? So now also bring down this pair, 81. So you've got 481 and you have got a 10 here. Now what you do is, you need a digit here. What digit should I insert here? So try with a 0 first. 481 is very close to how much? 481 is very close to 500, right? And if you put a 0 here, this becomes 100. So you get 5. So that means either you have to put a 5 here, or you can put a 6 here, or you can put a 4 here. I don't know. I will try. But the number has to be close to 5. So let's try. Which number? Let us try with the 5 first. 105. If I put a 5, then 105 into 5 will give me 525, which is greater than 481. So we cannot accept this, right? That means we need a digit that is less than 5. Let's put a 4 here.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, you have taken 25 and write a 5 in the top of it, and in the left side we will plus those, add those,
Add which
or
ones?
multiply those.
Which ones?
Sir, the left hand side 5 and the top one 5.
No, we are going to double this 5. What is the double of this 5? Double of this 5 is 10, right? Understood? Yes, tell me. Okay.
Sir, your voice is cracking.
Tell me what is did you understand what I said? You have a 5 here, you double this 5 and then you write
Yes,
10.
sir.
Okay. So that means now we have tried with 5.
Yes.
Now we try with 4. Let's see whether it works. So 104 into 4. So 4 into 4 is 16. 1, 416. Yes, that means 4 will work because it is less than 481. So what you do here is you put a 4 and you put a 4 on top here to get
416.
416 and you subtract to get 65. Right? Now what is the next step? You bring down this pair 1 6. Once you bring down this pair, now you look at the number above. What is the number that you have got here? 54. What is the double of 54? 108, right? So you write 108 here. Yes, now also you cannot hear me.
Sir, your voice is cracking too much.
Yes, now also you cannot hear me.
Okay,
Sir, your
sir.
voice is
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Tell me.
sir, how you get there 108?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. This you have 54 here on top. You see a 54
Yes, sir.
here. What is the double of 54?
108.
That's what we have wrote 108. Okay. Now we want a digit here. What digit should we introduce here? Let's see. So what number do we have here? 6516, which is very close to 6500, isn't it? 6516 is very close to 6500. And here, suppose if I put a 0 here, let's check. Then what number is it very close to? It is very close to 1100, isn't it? So we divide 6500 by 1100 just to get an idea. So how much? What is the quotient here that we are getting? We'll get 5 point something, isn't it? So let's try with 5. So what you do is we put a digit 5 here. Let us put 5 here. That means 1085. I need to multiply by 5. If I do that, then I will get 5425, which is less than 6516, right? We can put 5, but the problem is it is less than. So what we do is we try another one. Okay, let's try with 6 also. 1086 into 6. If you multiply these two, you will see that you will get exactly 6516, right? So therefore, we remove 5 and we'll put a 6 here instead of this 5. Yes, tell me.
Sir, if we didn't get the accurate value, what would we do?
If we don't get the accurate value, then we'll continue the process till we get a square root. Otherwise, if it's decimal number, then we will stop at the number of decimal places that they ask. Okay. For the time being, just remember that you have to get the exact value here. When we'll discuss decimal, then we'll see. Okay. When we'll discuss example 2, we'll see in more detail what to do. Okay. You will understand it. So this has worked.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir,
Tell
if
me.
a single digit is given, how we will take out?
That is we'll come to that a little later. Okay. Here I have the examples here. Okay. I will discuss this after this. Okay. So once
Okay, sir.
6 is here, 6 is here. So therefore, since we are getting exactly 6566, so we'll put a 6 here, we'll put a 6 here, and we'll write 6560. That's it. And therefore, what is our square root? 298116. Square root of this is equal to 546. And we give a plus or minus sign. Okay. This is what the idea of division method is. Now there are certain changes when we get say a single digit or a double digit. Okay, we'll see in the next example. Suppose we want to find out the square root of 7, the number 7. How do we find out? Now see, 7 is not a perfect square, right? So that means you will get the value in decimal, isn't it? So that means the number of decimal places also is mentioned here. See, in the question it is said you have to find out the square root up till 3 places of decimal, right? So if this is mentioned, then this is the way you will do. You'll write a 7 here, right? And here you have a decimal, isn't it? After 7 you have a decimal. Up till how many places of decimal we have to find out? 3 places of decimal, right? So what we do is we give 3 pairs of zeros. 1 pair, 2 pairs, and 3 pairs. 3 pairs of 0 we give. Okay. And
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
Sir, but then it will become 6 places of decimal.
No. But just remember that if 3 places of decimal is given, you need to introduce 3 pairs of zeros. Okay, 3 pairs of zeros. Clear? Just know this as a rule
Yes, sir.
that if 3 places of decimal are mentioned, you will have to write 3 pairs of zeros. Okay. Why you will write 3 pairs of zeros? I'm coming to that. So here you have 2 pairs is a single pair. Here you have another pair. Here you have another pair. Now from before the decimal, now you pair this also. How you pair? You write 07, you pair this. Okay. So you always start pairing from the right hand side. Okay. So you pair this, you get 07. So now we work normally. That is, now look at the first pair here, 07, which is the square number that is closest to 7. It is 4, right? So 2 into 2 is 4. And we have got a 3 here. Okay. Now what we want to do here is, because there is a decimal point here, we'll introduce a decimal point just above this. Okay. And we'll bring down this pair of zeros. Is this step clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we do is, you see a 2 here, we'll double this 2. Get a 4, right? Now we want to introduce a digit here so that it is very close to 300. So what digit we introduce? Let us take an idea. 300 is here, and let us try it with a 0. This is 0 divided by 40. How much do you get? The quotient is 7 point something you will get. So that means here you will have to introduce either a 6 or a 7 or an 8. Okay. Since we have got 7 first, let us try with 7. Let us put a 7 here. Okay. Therefore 47 into 7 will give me 329. 329 is greater than 300. So we cannot write 7. That means we need to introduce a digit that is less than 7. So we try with 6. 46 into 6. 46 into 6 is going to give us 276, right? So we are going to write 276 here. Since we have introduced a 6, we'll write a 6 between these two zeros, and we'll write 276 here. Subtract. How much do you get after subtraction? You will get 24. Okay. Now what you do is, another pair, this pair you bring down, right? Now you see a 2.6 here. You see a 2.6 here. Ignore the decimal. If you ignore the decimal, what does this number become? 26, right? Isn't it? You ignore the decimal. Is this part clear to everyone that you have to ignore the decimal?
Sir.
Ignore
Yes,
the
sir.
decimal. Ignore the decimal
sir.
to get 26, and you double 26. What is the double of 26? It is 52. So you write 52 here. Understood? So decimal point that you get on top, you will have to ignore the decimal. Okay. Next, you have got a 2400 here. So write 2400. And if you introduce a 0, this number is very close to how much? 500. So 500. So this quotient, how much will you get? You will get a 4 point something, right? So we'll try with 4. So what you do
Oh.
here is, yes, tell me.
Sir, you said that we have to double the number.
Hmm.
So how did you get this 52?
Double of 26 is how much? Double of 26 is how much?
52, sir.
What number do we have here? 2.6. Ignore the decimal. What do we get? 26, isn't it? And what is the
Yes,
double
sir.
of 26? 52.
52, sir.
That's why.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now 2400 you have here. And if you introduce 0 here, just mentally if you are introducing, so this number is very close to 500. So you divide 24 by 500 to get an idea of what digit you actually need to introduce here. Okay. So you're getting 2400 by 500 is 4 point something, right? So let's introduce 4 here and check. So you have 524 into 4. 524 into 4, if you multiply, you will get 2096. Okay, but 2096 may just be a little, more than expect. So let's try with another one also. Let's try with 5 also. 525 into 5. This is 2625, so which is greater than 2400. So we accept this only. Okay, so we'll write here. We'll have the number 4 here, digit 4, and we'll write a 4 on top here also. And we'll write 524 into 4 is 2096. And you subtract to get 304. You bring down this 0 also, this pair. Bring it down. Again, what number do you see here now? 2.64. Ignore the decimal. How much do you get? 264. Double this,
Yes, sir.
264. How much do you get? 528 you will get.
520.
So you write
528, sir.
528 here. And now again, you will have to introduce a digit here. Okay. So what digit to introduce? Again, we'll have an idea of what digit to introduce. So mentally, you introduce a 0 here. Mentally, let's introduce a 0 here. This number is 30,400. So 30,400. And since we have introduced a number 0 here, what is this number very close to? This number is very close to 5,000 or 5,300, whatever 5,000 is preferable because it is convenient to divide. Okay, 5,000. So how much do we get as quotient here? We get approximately 6 as our quotient, right? 6 point something, isn't it? So we'll try with the digit 6 first here. So 5286 into 6. Okay. 5286 into 6 is 12 plus 5,
Sir,
17.
it will be greater.
31,716, which is greater than 30,400. That means we cannot have 6 here. Okay. That means now we'll try with what? Lesser than 6, right? That means we'll try with 5. So we'll try with, we introduce the digit 5 here. Let's try with 5. 5285 into 5. You're getting 26,425. That means we'll keep 5 here, right? Which is less than 30,400. So we'll keep a 5 here. We'll write a 5 here. You get 26,425. And we'll subtract to get 3,975. Now, since they have asked you only till 3 places of decimal, have you got 3 places of decimal here? Yes, we have. So therefore, that is why someone asked the question that can you hear me, all of you?
Sir, can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Still
Your
can't hear.
voice is cracking.
Still
Your
can't
voice is audible, but your video can't.
Are you getting the video now?
Sir, can't hear you.
Are you getting the
Sir, your
video
voice
now?
is clear now.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Has the video come now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir.
Very strange.
Yes, sir. Now it's coming.
Okay. So now if the video has come, now you see someone asked the question that why we introduced 3 pairs of zeros. That because we introduced 3 pairs of zeros because we wanted 3 decimal places here. So therefore we'll write, therefore square root of 7 is equal to 2.645. And we give obviously a plus or minus sign. Okay.
But it's not approximate.
Yeah, this is an approximate. This is an approximate. That is why they have asked you. Till you can proceed further also. If you want till 4 places of decimal, you will repeat. You will continue in this manner. Understood? So I'll stop here.
Yes, sir.